Welcome, welcome, happy Sunday. Hey Jay, first cab off the rank. First cab off the rank. I like it. How are ya? Oh my God, I'm a bit rushed this morning. Oh, what are we going to play with today? Oh, what a week. How's your week been? I'm trying to... can't find it. Oh, well, you'll have to excuse the lighting because I can't find my remote from my thingy. Literally tidied and cleaned everything up yesterday. So, good morning. Believe and it will happen. Good morning, it will. It always does. It always does. I hope you've all had an amazing week. It's been a very high energy, very impactful week for many, I see. An experience. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to pick of what I want to use today. What's going on, kiddos? Oh, my energy's so scattered. Ah! Oh, hi, Annette. Sorry. Oh, that's one thing that sort of slips me up sometimes is because I'm an energy reader. I read the energies, like I see your names like through my visual eyes, but energetically I pick up, and you must have done something new, Annette, even though you got a new channel name and all that, there's something different in your energy. Ooh, so why won't these just stay up for me? Morning, Chris. God, so good to see you all. Like I say, sorry, I feel like I'm in a mad panic because I literally just jumped on. Good morning, Tam. Oh, my new toys are amazing. I'm not sure whether you saw me use the dowsing rods over in the spiritual shack. I've been using them at home, and it's so funny how the tool, which is dowsing rods, affect all different people. When I hold them and when I connect with them, they're so steady and strong and clear and precise and all that sort of stuff. But when my niece tried them and my other son tried them, yeah, they kept spinning around and kept doing all different things. It was really amazing. So you'll be seeing more of those. Don't you worry about that. Hey, Leanne. Yeah, big time. Indeed. Jay, do you know why my comments just won't stay up? Because I feel like I've got to touch it, tap the screen every time I want to read your comments. That's going to be a nice little intro to what I'm up to next. Where's the other ones? There they are. I'm going to grab some of these. So, yeah, I hope you all have been very kind to yourself. It has been a very full-on week, really, energetically. Yeah, they're definitely meant for me. And like I say, because I was just so intuitively, because my mediumship abilities are taking off, I just needed something just to help me validate the messages, because what I do, I take very seriously. And the fact, I know what it's like when I want a medium to channel my loved one. And you know, obviously you want to know that it's actually them, and you want it to be somewhat evidential and all that sort of jazz. Anyway, I felt like I use the oracles to help me deliver clear messages and articulated messages. I felt like I needed something to help me with my mediumship, and it certainly is, because what happens with me is I use them and I intuitively get the feeling, I'll get the download, I'll get the message and all that, and then the rod just validate that. So for me as a reader, it just makes me feel confident and secure that, now where am I going? Confident and secure that what I'm receiving is accurate. So yeah, so some of you may be wanting to explore new avenues and new tools and stuff over the coming months, because I feel like there is a massive shift coming. So, hello everyone that's jumping on. It was a fun live. Chris, it certainly was. It was so funny. I could have stayed on there for hours. Good morning, Lisette. Hello Helen, congrats on your upcoming page. once again, guys, if you want to share your pages and all that sort of stuff, feel free. Hi, Ocean. Feel free to share them in the comments. So everyone can go over and support you as well. So good to see yous. So we'll just give it a few more minutes. Like I say, I'm a bit underprepared this morning. Where are we going to start? As you can see, I've gone through a bit of a branding rechange. What I've started to do is I've actually created this is a baby that I started probably about 12, 13 years ago. And obviously everything in life sort of happened and that fell wayward, and then I just come back as Miss Psychic D, just as myself. So I'm still not over about Spirit saying I won't be getting lucky this year. And I tell you what, they said it hasn't changed. I've been doing it all week. Basically, I asked Spirit if I'm going to get this year, and they kept going, nah. And then a beautiful friend of mine, she messaged me and she says, maybe that's not what it's about. Maybe it's about you, having love. See, I'm so cautious of what I say on platforms because I don't want to get... But, yeah, so I changed the wording. I changed the vibration, and it still said nah. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll see what happens. At the end of the day, I am the creator of my own reality, and if truth be known, as much as I'd love a life partner and do all that sort of stuff, I still have some loose ends to tie up on my end anyway. So it's not that I say no, but it's not that I'm like actively pursuing it either. So yeah, it's like I say, even though the no was quite funny, there is a element of truth to that, because yeah, that's how it works. So hello everybody, I love your energies. I love getting it on here each Sunday. What I'll probably do from this moment forth though is I'll probably just pre-record the guidance and the videos and then upload them rather than come and do live. I've just had a lot of feedback, and I love feedback, you guys, because obviously I'm here for you guys. I'm not here for my own entertainment. I'm passionate about what I do, and obviously I'm of service, so I like to provide you with what you feel you need. And a lot of people are sort of asking and encouraging me to be more interactive with you, to sort of read the comments. Hey Dal, I have a mismatch, darling. I've just landed in here. I'm running a little bit behind. So a lot of people have been sort of mentioning or saying that they would appreciate if I could be a little bit more interactive rather than, because honestly when I do my readings, I remove all influence. So I remove my ego, I tune out of what's happening around me, I remove all influence, and that includes your comments. So it's not that I'm purposely ignoring you or that I can't do both at the same time. It's just when I'm channeling, I don't have influence. It's the same as I don't follow the news, I don't follow, a lot of external stuff as a human being anyway. So yeah, it's not that I'm ignoring. So what I've done is I'm going to pre-record these and upload them. And this way I can interact with you guys without, feeling pressured, because as soon as you get on here, I know what I'm here for. I know what my intention is, and Spirit are going, come on. Are there a few people on doing lives tonight? Keeping the spirits busy tonight? Oh, they're there, yeah. There's lots to go around. And that's what I love about watching all different types of channelers. They all share a very similar message, but it's delivered in a totally different way. So like will always attract like. So any of you readers or intuitives out there that are holding yourself back right now because you may be comparing yourself to how other people do it, or you worry that there's no one that's going to understand what you say or anything of that nature. I had a few conversations with people like that during the week. Please just do it, because like attracts like. Spirit always told me, and I say this to everybody all the time, that when I doubted myself right at the beginning, they said, you may not know as much as some, but you certainly know more than others, so go and help those others. And that was back in 92. So that's why I always jump on here, guys. I am me. I'm authentic. I'm transparent. Spirit are funny. I'm funny. We like to have a bit of a joke and a bit of a play around. We believe that life is meant to be fun and joyous for all of you. That's your purpose on this plane. You are here for the joy of it. You are here to bask in the unfolding of all that is. and all that sort of stuff. So everything else, which is the physical side of things and all that, that's just a byproduct of how you're feeling. So, Lady D, hello. Yeah, well, thanks so much for being here. All right, so we can get all this done in time. Because I've got other commitments and that today, big Sunday. Woohoo! Yeah, so what I've done is I've recreated, you probably saw it in my banner and over on most other media pages, that I've actually restructured my business, and I've gone back to my previous baby that I had a registered business with many years ago, and it's called the Spiritual Shack. Now, the Spiritual Shack to me is very, very close to my heart. All the little symbolisms in the logo type itself means a lot to me. The dream catcher represents, you know, that I believe that dreams are possible, and that if you put your mind to it, it's going to get cut soon. So the dream catcher, and then the feathers represent obviously my shamanic sort of side of things, and then the big crow represents my mum, who's in spirit. Because if you see, I've even got her tattooed with her broomstick with her name in it down my leg. Can you see it? So that just represents my family and my loved ones walking with me in this path. Because over the last 3 or 4 days, I had a real awakening. You probably saw by my posts how much I was missing my mum and my brother. I did a few memorial sort of things over on TikTok and on my Instagram and Facebook and all that sort of stuff. But it was sort of like once I released that sort of pining and the injustice that came along with the experience of losing both my mum and my brother, I don't know, I just had a massive shift in me. And so the Spiritual Shack was basically reborn. So like in saying that, so you'll see everything now. I've got Miss Psychic D still over on Facebook, but I've got the Spiritual Shack now, which is a private Facebook group, which anyone can join. Anyone's welcome there, you know. So if you want to go learn or get amongst like-minded people, that's really important. Get over there. But also I'm opening up in about 3 hours, I'm opening up my Patreon page. I'm so excited. My main mission in this life is to help those who want to help themselves. So if you are wanting to help yourself and you want to live a more spirit-led lifestyle, the Patreon group is going to be awesome for you. It is very affordable. It is $11.11 for the month, and you get so much more. Why I created that was I think it's really important that people in some way invest in themselves. I mean, it's a catch-22 over on other platforms because you're heavily censored, and you know you got to watch what you say, and honestly the reach is really terrible. Like I'm pumping out so much content which takes my time and my energy and all that, and the reach isn't there. So what I've done is I've created the Spiritual Shack where everybody can come. It is $11.11 a month. You will be, the great thing about those who haven't been with me on my last Patreon page is that this time Patreon have changed it wonderfully to basically you get billed on the day that you join each month. Before it was, they only billed you at the beginning of the month. So a lot of people were joining at the end of the month and then getting billed again for the following month, but they've stopped doing that now, or you can choose to. So it is as soon as you join, so you can join at any time. So let me coach you in. But at the end of the day, the reason why I started the Patreon is obviously this is my business, and time and energy exchange is really important regardless, but I can be uncensored over there. I don't have to mind my P's and Q's. This week alone, I had so many downloads. If you could see my paperwork sitting over there with all the notes, all the guidance, all the messages, like it's sort of current time information that they were giving me. I want to start sharing that over in a community that's open to receive it or ready to sort of give it food for thought, or to give it a new perception, or just for something. So I'm going to be putting all that over into the Patreon community now. The links are in the description, guys. I haven't put them in the comments, but it is in the description, so you can join at any time. Like I say, we are kicking off the Savo. So what I'm going to be doing is this afternoon I'll be putting up a go just grab these. I'll be putting up, I choose 3 cards out of the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid, and this is going to dictate our affirmative script for the week ahead. So a lot of people who do struggle with affirmations or scripts and all that, writing your internal dialogue, just re-scripting it a little bit. This will help you. So you can copy it down. It may not make sense to you right now, but at the end of the day, what Spirit are really, really saying at the moment, it'll probably come out in the cards in a sec, is that at the moment we're embodying our belief systems, we're embodying who we are, whether it's proactive or reactive or responsive or whatever it is, we are actually all embodying that right now. And we're going to come into a time where we're going to start putting in some action. So my goal from this moment forward is to help people get into the vibration and the energy through influence only. I can't tell you what to do, but the way that we do that is obviously by improving our thoughts and our mindsets, first and foremost. Because when you think good and you feel good, if you think good and you're being more optimistic even, you'll start feeling better. And when you start feeling better, they will line up, and then you'll start experiencing the physical outcomes in your reality that you want. So we're going to start off with this, the Savo. Yes, I do those. Next week, I'm going to be kicking off a 7-day money mindset program. So if you join the Patreon today, as from tomorrow, you will benefit from a 7-day, you can call it a challenge if you want, it's up to you. But basically, I'm just giving you 7 days worth of new perspectives, affirmations, maybe to-dos, all that sort of stuff when it comes to creating abundance in your life. So obviously all these things are free in the community once you join. So it's going to benefit everybody. I hate people like not doing something because they feel like they can't afford it or it's not available or something like that. But everything that I do in the Spiritual Shack over on Patreon is what I do in my real life. So you don't have to look up to me anymore and go, oh, I admire you and all this sort of stuff. Well, you can do it too, because I'm just going to show you what I do each and every day. All the downloads that I get behind the scenes, I'm going to be putting it into the Patreon. So yeah, we're going to do little challenges in there. Based on the questions that you guys ask, I'll give you some written explanations or some how-tos, to-dos, printable, downloadable worksheets, stuff like that. Majority of my live sessions will be in there, in the Patreon group, obviously, because scammers and spammers on other platforms, it's just a bloody nightmare. So that it'll be all private, and I'm so excited because it's just uncensored. I can be my real me, without having to watch out words and all that sort of stuff. And so that would be doing. And the most exciting part too is I'm going to start doing little psychic parties in there. So anyone who joins, and they can join the live. I'll be having. I believe that the easiest way to learn is to play. I've always said to Spirit, talk to me like I'm a 2-year-old and play with me, because that's the only way I get it. So that's what I'm going to be doing over there. I'm going to make it playful. There's going to be prizes. We're going to have group sessions. We're going to have lives. If I feel like I want to upload a certain video to advise you about something or warn you about something, I'll be doing that as well. This page is going to be more than just readings as well. So as much as it'll be predominantly this community on YouTube here, this is where I'll do this type of work and stuff, but all the fun, playful stuff will be over in Patreon. So, like I say, guys, the link to all that's in the description. I know I'm talking really fast, but we want to get to work and we want to share the messages from this moment forth. So, if you want to join us over there, you are more than welcome to. Oh, goody, lots of... Oh, thanks, Jay. Thank you. I should add you as a mod. Lisette is in. She was reading her reading from your last year as it is happening now. I was in tears of joy. Tears a real deal. Oh, God bless you. Just made me get teary. Thanks, Lisette. That's really nice. That's really nice of you to say out loud. Chris has been jotting down notes from Dan's reads eyes and they're spot on. She's a oh, stop it. And you know what? I'm just a conduit. You can thank Spirit. I mean, I'm proud of myself for just turning up, because I know how much balls it takes to do it. So it is very exciting. It is very exciting. And like I say, I'd love to give you more information, but I live in the real world. I live in the real time with you, and energies change all the time. They change all the time. Our own needs, our own requirements, Spirit's message, it changes all the time. So I can get on here right now like I'm just about to do and give the collective some insight and guidance that Spirit wants you to know. But that doesn't mean tomorrow we're going to wake up and not be hit with sad news or exciting news that actually, because there's a lot of redirection happening at the moment. I don't know whether you guys feel it. There's a lot of redirection at the moment. And what I'm finding is a lot of people are seeing it as rejection. So please, guys, if you are being rejected from anything, you're getting no's to all the applications, you're getting, you know, resistance from other people, things just don't feel like they're working out for you, it's because we are all being redirected. Spirit only want what's for our highest good at all times. That's it. So even though it feels personal at the time, there's actually something really, I don't know whether some of you are having pains in your shoulder blade, because I'm connecting with your energy as I'm trying to tune into the cards. I'm getting pains at my shoulder blade. So a lot of you really, really got to take care of that stress and take care of that stress and the overwhelm. Because like I say, if I can just reassure you with something right now, is that nothing's going wrong. We are all being redirected, okay? We're being redirected. It's not a rejection at all. If someone ever says no, perfect example, I could go on for days, but perfect example is because how do I explain it without basically I have commitments to the government at the moment, right? So as much as I'd love to do this all the time and that, I'm not filling their quota, if that makes sense. So they were going to actually put me in a business course where I can take my business and they will help me with all, you know, setting it up more like the marketing and the advertising and la la la. Anyway, I tried it once before. They said no because we don't help psychics, basically. We don't believe in what you do. So I went, okay. But this time I changed it more into the coaching mentoring side, and I actually got an interview with them during the week. Long story short, I was like, hey, how you going? I'm ready. I'm pumped. Let's get this going. And they're kind of like, no, sorry. They said, we can't help you, not because of that side, but because the field is saturated. The field of coaches and mentors are saturated, and you know, when you're working against the likes of Tony Robbins, basically you don't stand a chance. That's basically what she said to me. So she said, you know, there's all these people and they're all out there offering something for free, so no one's really going to pay you, and you're not going to create a stable job for yourself, a stable career. So that was me. Thursday, Wednesday, those in the spiritual shack will know. That was me basically slapped across the face with a 3D. You know what I mean? I called it the 3D slap. You know? But I was you should have been on the other end anyway. I'll tell the story over in the spiritual shack on Patreon probably, but you should have seen me. I was like, well, I'll see you in 12 months when you want me to sign your autograph book. And I was so smart. I probably shouldn't be, but I was so smart to her. And she didn't get me down, but I did feel like it was another rejection, you know what I mean? Because I've been working at this for so long. It's just, I could feel my lucky break coming. I could feel that little door like opening or whatever. And like I say, I could have taken that as a rejection, but I'm not. I take it as a redirection. So that's what's happening. So if you're getting no's, or you're just not feeling up to date with things at the moment, there's a reason why, okay? So all right, guys, what we'll do is we'll get into this. Affirmation, not rejection. Yes, exactly. I'm at peace and balance, truly. I love that for you, Jay. I love that. Yes, Leanne. Oh, it's all good, everybody. Like I say, I was expecting it because, you know, who we're dealing with. But they don't know the other side of things. So I just say, watch this space, really. Watch this space. All right, guys, let's do this, hey? I am going to tap into Spirit. I'm going to ask them to use all my senses safely, securely, and full protection of the Mass Conscious Collective, which is all you beautiful folk predominantly here online live tonight. This morning for me. Anybody who's going to come and watch the replay, I will actually write down the start time of the actual reading in case people don't want to hear my dribble. But yeah, if you want to kindly buy me a coffee, leave a donation, join Patreon, book a reading, join the Spiritual Shack, come and play over on TikTok. I try to do more affirmations over there. Anything of that nature, all the links are in the description. You are more than welcome to join us anywhere. All right, so let's go. Things are going to start amping up, guys, so I'd be very, very mindful of that. Things are really going to start amping up. They said don't put the cart before the horse. So even though you feel this build-up of energy and you're going to feel that rush, it's a rush type of feeling, don't try to physically, in your 3D, rush it. Just bask in the excitement of it. Bask in the anticipation of it. That's just sitting in there. And just do what's best for you from this moment forth. Oh, this one's literally coming out sideways. Okay, so we got your dreams need a practical plan. So depending on what I feel like with this card is that a lot of people's energies are still scattered and they may be getting very frustrated more so with themselves than their external world. So some of you may be asked at the moment to create some sort of a plan for yourself, like what's your goals, what's your dreams, what's your desires, sort of find. And if you can't find a specific thing, tap into the feeling of it. It's time to get specific, they just said. It's time to get more specific. And I know it's really hard when if your energy split all over the place and you've got a lot of external influences influencing you and, there could be just 101 things that you're really passionate about and you don't know which one to stick to. Anything like that, we need to really simplify our energies at the moment. So it's bringing it back. It's about coming back to mindfulness, coming back to being present, being mindful of your thoughts and feelings. Don't worry if you are rejected. It's God's redirection. And also, if you're trying something and it's not working out, don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. It's just centeredness. We need to be centered. Centered. I know that's the most patronizing thing for someone to say when you are going, ah! and you're having a moment. All right, so and we also got adjustments are being made. I think this is what's happening here. Yes, we have to do it here as well, but this is adjustments that are being made up here. This is their influential energy, spirits. So I say spirit because they're a collective consciousness, just like us here are in our little meat suits. So adjustments are required and your dreams need a plan. So if you are very scattered in your thinking, in your everyday, what I would recommend everybody in a quick little time frame is I would set myself 3 daily non-negotiables because I feel like a lot of habits, behaviors that may be not conducive to your well-being or for you to start attracting opportunities that aren't feeling like you're being rejected. Start with 3 non-negotiables. For me, I set my alarm at a certain time every morning and I give myself 30 minutes every morning to show gratitude, to pre-pave my day. I am so looking forward to meeting so many nice people today. I am really looking forward to so many different lucky things just falling in my lap. I can attract with ease. And then I show gratitude, I'm so grateful that I have a roof over my head. I'm so excited to go and pop that cuppa on and have that cuppa, you know what I mean? Whatever it is for you, you could do that for 30 minutes in the morning. You may want to read 1 chapter of an empowering book. You may want to do a meditation. You may just swap, the meat pie for a salad roll. It's just about setting, for example, that's why I was intuitively told to do the 30-day money mindset over on Patreon tomorrow. Because it's just starting somewhere and doing something consistently. So if you can, depending on what you want to manifest in your life or whatever, or where you're at, even if it's just health and wellness or whatever, choose 3 things, create a plan. Create a plan of 3 things that you want to achieve and create 3 non-negotiables that go with it. And you have to do them. Don't put time. I find a lot of people stuff themselves up because they put time limits on it. Don't. Just say by the end of today, I'm going to have these 3 self-love, self-care, more proactive tasks done, non-negotiables done, because it's for my highest good. And when I keep doing it and I keep practicing it, I'm going to get better and better and better and better. All of this will get easier and easier and easier for me. So so these are the adjustments that will need to be required because Spirit are adjusting their sails at the moment. So a lot of you will be seeing a lot of signs, synchronicities, A lot of physical symptoms. They just told me the ringing of the ears. They just told me nerve stuff, so tingles, a blurry vision. I know that I've had that as well. Blurry vision. There's a lot of physical stuff that are happening to people right now because of the shift that's happening in the collective energies. And like I say, it's not meant to scare anyone. It's not meant to do any harm or whatever, but it's a shake up. It's a shape up. So Spirit do want you to have faith in your dreams as well. So it's kind of like if you don't stand up for something, you fall for anything and all that sort of stuff. It's really time, like I said in my Facebook post, to embody what you believe, to embody the person who you really are. Definitely. And then we got meditate and contemplate. So maybe not a time for a lot of physical action right now. So if you are getting rejected a lot, maybe you're doing the action that's not really required. What's required now is the centeredness. It's the grounding. It's the coming within. It's the mindfulness. Being present, coming back to the now. And because we do live in busy times, that's really difficult for some people. It's really difficult. So, you know, but we've got to start somewhere. So yeah. All right, we'll get into some wisdoms. It's so funny because what they're doing with me at the moment, and like I said, this is what usually happens behind the scenes, but every time I feel like because I'm very proactive, I'm like, yeah, let's go get it, yeah. Jump straight into it or whatever, but I can feel them literally pull me back and go, soothe, soften, calm, present, and then I do that because I'm quite manic by nature. And when I do that, I get a phone call. I receive a sign. Something good happens. Sure is, Lady D. It is so important. Once you start doing it, it's so much fun. But it's about getting that journey kick-started. Woo! Jumped out, soulmates. So this has been coming out a lot for personal private readings, and I think this came out last week as well. We are heading into more positive times of co-creation. Soulmates are just that. You are connected on a soul level. It's kind of like it feels like you've known them forever and you've only known them a week. So if you are catching up with people, okay, let's go into the relationship sector. If you're looking and seeking love, then don't be surprised if over the next coming weeks, you actually feel you come in contact with people that you just click with. And you feel like you've known them forever. This is a time for the collection of soul mates, soul family. The trick with this is not to get attached, so to speak. So just be present, be mindful, just accept everything for what it is. Try to go into that soothing space. If you're looking for work partners as well, anyone that has the same sort of dream or desire and has a willingness and anticipation to move forward or stuff, you're going to start attracting these people. It could be even with family members, stuff like that. But we are coming into alignment with the reflection of ourselves. So the question you can ask yourself is, am I embodying and representing and standing up for the person who I am right now? Because what Spirit want to say in a nutshell is that you're going to meet your match. You're going to meet your match. So if you have unhealed things going on within you, if you've got negative dialogue, negative self-talk, you're not putting in the care, you're not taking care of yourself, you're getting either too far behind in energy, which makes you quite depressed, if you're going too far ahead and makes you really anxious, if you're not coming back to the present, that's your guidance, if you can find ways to do that. If you need help with it, reach out. There's 101 people out here doing readings, and there's heaps of communities you can join. You find the one that's relevant for you, but we don't want you to miss out on this soulmate energy, because after many, many years of separation, or the attempt to separate, Spirit are orchestrating a massive rendezvous, they just said. So we are going to rendezvous with pick proper English, Danielle. We are going to rendezvous with like-minded people, with people who are part of our soul families, people who are our soulmates. So I wouldn't be surprised if I start hearing some stories is like, oh, I met this girl or guy, and we just hit it off straight away, and now we're engaged, and now we're getting married, and all that sort of stuff. Things are just gonna start speeding up and happen so soon. So if you are looking for love, once again, love yourself first and foremost. It's coming. Dan might get a bit of a shag by the end of the year. Anyway, for those who are playing with my dowsing rods, I know what I'm talking about. So you got a choice to make. You got a choice to make kids, and there's no judgment, and we love you without condition. But at the end of the day, are you going to choose to get off this round and round energy, experience the same shit different day? Is that what you're going to do? That's up to you. But for those who are putting in the active energy work, they're doing their best, you know, even if it's just 3 non-negotiables a day. If you're doing your best just to get into a higher emotional space, thought space, whatever, you're jumping off this merry-go-round. No more merry-go-rounds for us, especially if you're in my community. Look, old things are coming back at the moment. History seems to be repeating itself, but there's a lesson in it. If you're experiencing the same old from experiences from the past or whatever, we need to transmute that. We need to transmute it. The way that we can transmute it is to find forgiveness. Forgive ourselves first and foremost. Forgive others from the past. We can actually thank the evil mothers in this world for, you know, giving us this new perspective that we do deserve better and that we are free and that spirit do have our back and that we do have whatever we want. This is the consciousness that we and spirit are encouraging you to step into, because that's what's happening, that you are free. But at the end of the day, you got to use your own free will, kids. You got to use your own free will to get off this bloody merry-go-round. Come over here to the roller coaster where there's lots of ups and lots of downs and lots of turns, and sometimes it's fast and sometimes it's slow and all that. But hey, at the end of the day, we've got our hands up in the air and we're enjoying the bloody ride. That's what it's all about. So let's all choose to, you jump off this round and round energy, do something a little bit different, just do a bit of tweaking, and you're going to attract your soulmate. You're going to attract your soul tribe. I don't like using the word tribe, that's just me. But, you know, your soul family who's meant to be on your path. They're coming. I literally have like a stairway of people standing in front of me say they're coming. They're coming. We're on our way. Oh, goosebumps. I should have pulled out my dowsing rods. If I have time, I might do that. I can see them. They're laughing. They're having so much fun. I'm getting really hot and sweaty now because that's my sign that spirit are close. All my nose will start itching. But they're standing there in like a corridor. And because they're excited because people are listening. People are listening. They may not physically understand it in this realm, or they may not understand it, but people are waking up. So if you've got something to share, if you have some knowing, some teachings, anything, please get amongst it, because people are waking up. They want to know. They want to know. Start storytelling, they just said. Start storytelling. Start storytelling about the things that you want, the reasons why you want them. Start storytelling about the good things from your past. We are all storytellers of some sort. Maybe you are a literal storyteller. Maybe it's time to start writing that book. Maybe, because I know for myself, when I started teaching through the clarity of my example, that's where I got my therapy. You know, years and years and years I was in the system waiting for this and that and all the systems and that. But that's why I say spirit is my therapy. Look at that. Deep knowing, baby. See, you all know deep in your core what you need to do, what you want. The thing is there's so many influences out there at the moment. It's like you have a question which is spiritual based. So we start Googling in that, and then you're hit with pages and pages and pages of information. Spirit is saying, if you can just learn the art of meditation and contemplation. For me, I didn't sit down there and go, because that's not how I roll. What I did, how I cancelled my own thought, which is meditation, is I put on AC/DC. I literally danced. I did whatever I could just to cancel the thought that I was having that wasn't conducive. And then on the other side of that, I got my download, and then I'd start writing. And that's how I did it. That's how Spirit taught me. So even if you're not a kind of person, it's totally cool. Even if you struggle to meditate and quieten your mind for a little bit, just do something else. Do something playful. Take the dog for a walk. Play with your kids. Do something creative. You know, they're showing me pottery now. I don't know whether some of you are wanting to make pottery or do something crafty with your hands. You just do something. That's a form of meditation in itself. Pot plants, you know, go gardening, whatever your thing is, because you know what you need. This is something that's being rebirthed from everyone as individuals, hence me launching the Spiritual Shack. Not a lot of plan went into it, if I'm honest. Not a lot of, like, even though I had a plan, so to speak, like I had my intention and my motive and my intention, blah, blah, blah. Like I had that, but I'm just going to allow it to unfold how it's meant to be. I'm not going to sit here and beg people to join and you know, guarantee them outcomes and that when they may not even put in the work. But if I can create an environment that is conducive to proactivity, to fun, to laughter, to, you know, seeing the bright side of life and all that, then by hell I'm going to do it. And how I do that each day is going to be a surprise to everyone. So that's the energy that we're in at the moment. I think it's time to go within, to start doing some of your work sort of internally first, and then surprise people with the outcomes. But look, deep knowing, this is a rising of consciousness as a whole. Oh, I love it. The stars are lining up. Please know that. Even if things that feel like they're going real pear-shaped through this Mercury retrograde energy, nothing's going wrong. Everything's going right. You're being redirected. You're being redirected. But as meat suits, we need to sit here and we need to quieten ourselves, take a big, deep breath. Breath work is going to be very important. I'm getting into that myself. Because as you can tell, the energy of spirit is... That's why I got diagnosed as bipolar. It's kind of like, I'm not bipolar, it's just the energy of spirit. We just can't get ahead of ourselves, but we can't go back either. That's what it's about. All right, yeah, see? We need to wrap up this unfinished symphony. So if there's anything in your life that seems to keep you in this round and round type of energy, we need to put a stop to that in some way. Hey, book in for a reading, even if it's not with me, if it's someone else, book in for a reading if you want, and get a starting point. Because a lot of people, I know what it's like. I reach out to my friends or something if I've caught myself like a little octopus with all my worries and concerns going out in all different ways. Reach out to somebody, talk to a friend, do whatever you need to do, just so you can find that best place to start. And most people know what they have to do, but they just need that validation to do it. I can do that for you. That's my forte. But if not, talk to a friend. If you know that friend is, you know, has your highest good at mind, because they're bringing in the love. At the end of the day, guys, if you want world peace, if you want to find the love of your life, if you want to love your job, if you want to embody love, and it doesn't have to be in a cushy way, but if you just want to experience and be surrounded by things that you absolutely love and adore, and they just bring a smile to your face, to your face and all that sort of stuff, you've got to embody it. So over the next week or so, don't be surprised if that's what we're doing. We're setting daily non-negotiables for ourselves. We're allowing that to gain traction. We're allowing that to gain a bit of momentum. Then we'll start having little lucky things fall in our lap, so we can actually see the evidence of it. So if you are, I've got to believe it, I've got to see it to believe it kind of person, you will see it if you put in the energy work. And then that will keep going, keep building momentum. And all this separation and that from the past, that is going to be a past thing. But we need to be active, cooperative components with this growth, with this change. So if you continue to keep telling the story of the problem, you're going to experience the problem. If you're going to start telling the story of triumph and success and abundance and joy and prosperity, look, I just jumped over the moon. This is high intuition. Illusions are being shattered right now. People who thought their relationships were going to last forever, but they're in a current breakup. That's it. How do I say this without tactfully? It's not that your relationship was an illusion. It was maybe someone was selling you false promises. Maybe you were hanging on to hope. All those things are no longer conducive to your well-being, and that's why the separations are happening. Things are separating at the moment, so Spirit can help orchestrate for you what is for your highest good. So it goes across the planet in all different sectors, if you know what I mean. Illusions are going to be shattered and the truth's going to come up, because as intuitive, high energy, high vibe beings, we are more powerful. We're more powerful being like that as one individual in this community than 1,000 who aren't. So please take the time to rise up. This situation is going to die. This is the end of a chapter. It's the end of a cycle. It's the end of a karmic cycle, your karmic cycle in your own energetic timeline and as a collective. Where there's an uprising here, and the intuitives are going to win. The sensitives are going to win. So, like I say, I always say intuitives, but you know, if you're just sensitive by nature, I've been working with a few people this week who are very sensitive, not really realizing that everything that they experience is a byproduct of the energy that is sort of attached to them. So, like I say, everything in life is energy, but we are coming to, knowledge is power. So we're coming to the end of this. We're coming to the end of illusion, and we're stepping into our intuitive self. If you are a sensitive empath, I have a book that I've Written, it's $5 on my website. You can download it and read it and whatever. It's from my own point of view of what I did. I am an empath. I've been this way all my life. I couldn't sit in a chair back in the day without crying because I was picking up the energy of the person who sat in that chair before me or even beyond me. Always knowing things before they even bloody happen, all that sort of stuff. I know how it feels. And it can feel very alienating, and it can feel very isolating, and it can be, you know, especially when other people don't understand. So if that's you at the moment, please reach out, grab the resources, learn as much as you can about it, and embrace that it's not a disability, it's a gift. It's a gift, but we need to learn how to use it. And at the end of the day, we do have to be stronger within ourselves to do that. Look at these beautiful tarots that have jumped over, kids. Got the Knight of Swords. Here's this positive co-creation. You can tell by the symbology, the clouds are behind them now. They're grounding themselves. They're coming into alignment. You will be partnering up with someone, whether it's in a relationship, in business. I just said networking, anything of that nature. You will be partnering up. Maybe you'll just find your right coach, your right mentor. Maybe, like for us, we will find our right clients. We are going to be paired up and partnered up with someone that is either really compatible to us or can help us move forward in some way. As you can see by the horses' symbology in this card, haven't actually taken the leap yet, but we're getting ready. We're like the spring. Over the last few years, they've tried to push this spring down. They've pushed it down. It's always down to the bottom. Those who have done the work up here and went, no, you're not telling me what to do. Free will, freedom of speech, yada, 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 yada. I'm going to get in touch with my spiritual side. I'm going to embody, and be the person I want to be in this world, la, la, la. We're going to come to the bottom of the spring, and then we're going to catapult. That's why I felt the rush right at the beginning of this reading. So you may have to go back and watch it again if you just joined. But that's why I feel like this rush. Things are going to get really busy, but fun, but joyfully, by finding people and things that we love to do. It's coming in anyway, guys. It's definitely coming in. And where do I just put that other card? There it is, down the side. And then we got the Ten of Pentacles. Woohoo! Look at that. This is a happy family card. What do you want for your family? A lot of rebirth. So if you are still in fertility season, I'd probably guide you if you don't want any to sort of, but if you want to, so we are heading into more fertile times. We're giving birth to new ideas. Anything that's of value for our families, there is going to be an increase in abundance. There is going to be an increase in love and connectedness. There is families coming back together. So if you've had separation with family or whatever, whether this is distance, location, or just an energy, there's coming. Your loved ones in spirit, that's why I saw that line. Thank you. It's all coming together now. Why I saw that is because your loved ones are communicating with you right now. They're trying to come through. They will try to come through a channel if you're not open to receive it. But the main thing to remember is that whether it's your loved ones or your guides or the angels or fairies, whoever it is in non-physical, they will never drop their vibration to meet you where you are. We have to raise our own vibration to meet them where they are. That's why you'll receive a sign of synchronicity. Is it Uncle Bob? It more than likely is. And if you're finding that feather or that coin, you just take that time to say thank you for showing me on the right path. Thank you for making yourself known. I really, really appreciate it. Had this happen to me the other day. I was really missing my brother, because we're coming up. We don't actually know the day he passed because obviously he took his own life and he was found a while after. So I don't really know the specific day and it doesn't matter. But it's coming up to that end of the month. So it happened at the end of January sometime. And I was really feeling it. I was just like, 2 years, like it only feels like yesterday, blah, blah. And I went up into my normal patch and I just, hey bro, whatever. I was literally walking down the stairs and a feather literally flew down right in front of me. I got a photo of it. I'll share it in the shack later. But the feather, and he's always presented feathers to me. Those who have watched me over the time will know the time that I was having another hard moment. I was cleaning my house and a feather literally rolled down in my house while I was cleaning. So he always shows me feathers. And I just know that that's him. And if I continue to raise my vibration to thank him and to really fully embrace that he is around me, he'll give me stronger messages. That's how they work. But it's up to us to raise our vibration for them. They will never drop their vibration to you. So at the end of the day, guys, Ten of Pentacles, if you're worried about any type of family matters, and this doesn't have to be biological blood families, it can be soul families. Like I said right at the beginning with the soulmates card, you are coming into alignment with value. So are you accepting this value, or are you continuously focusing on the lack and the scarcity? If you are coming up with new ideas, there's money to be made from those ideas. Obviously, everything is mindset, but there's no lack here. Spirit will show me a red flag or something to watch out for. I'm not seeing any of that. It's just a natural process. It's an unfolding, and it's up to us as individuals to rise to the occasion, not allow other influences to come in and tell us what to do, how to do it, anything like that. Learn your own lessons. Learn your own lessons. Thank the lessons. They're there. You're going to be doing it every day till you croak it anyway. But I'm not seeing anything bad here. Look at this. If you follow your intuition and you stop going after forbidden fruit, or stop choosing things out of desperation and all that type of energy, you're going to get the rewards. The High Priestess, I think that come out in our reading this week on Facebook, maybe. Can't remember. Anyway, that's why I don't remember what I do. But yeah, the High Priestess, tap into that intuition. We are all stepping up. Yes, we have to make decisions. Lay down your worries, your burdens, your guilt. If you do struggle with that, create a God box for yourself. I've got this thing here. I've got mine. It's a coffee jar. Look, see if I've even got the sticker on it. So you don't need fancy gadgets. I've started this yesterday. I put a little rose quartz in there because I'm going to bless everything, all my worries, all my concerns, all my desires, everything with love. Got one little entry in there, and I'm just, every time I'm going through something on my own level, I pop it in there. That's my God jar. So I just say, I literally write it down, and I say, Spirit, more of that please, or Spirit, please help me transmute that, because they will. So you can do a God box if you want. That's a really good way to sort of help transmute things if you're, feeling it. Yeah, so lay down any worries, burdens, guilt, concerns. You can just, like I say, talk to a therapist, get a reading. You can do some journaling, whatever it is. The important thing right now is to purge it, guys. That's what we're doing. We're learning lessons. We're working out what's good for us, what's not. And unfortunately, if people have been in long-term relationships, long-term jobs, they've had an idea that has been long time, like my spiritual shack or whatever. If things don't work out, it's not a rejection, it's a redirection. Anyway, I get a couple. Oh, that one really want to jump over, didn't it? Yeah, look at that. Triumph and success. 6 of Wands, baby. Here we go. If you need the support, you're going to have to accept the support as well. So start getting amongst those who are more encouraging and more doing. And when it comes to the field of information out there, and the same with my readings, when you see me, just take what you need and leave the rest. It's a journey. It's a step-by-step journey. And then we got the star. So this is your Pandora's box, everybody. At the moment, just pray. Pray, pray, pray. If you already have your connection with Source, you have your own faith and you have your own belief, start writing out pretend the universe is your restaurant and you're placing your order. What does your order look like? So I want a Parmigiana. Not that I eat that, but I don't even know why I said that. But I want sushi and a nice fresh juice and all this. And then the trick is to know that you've placed your order. You stamp it as done, because the universe will always provide you with what you need. And then you start living it like you have already. Smell it. Smell it before it's even cooked. Taste that juice. What does it feel like? Oh, it's cold. It's feeding my DNA. It's like, oh, it's just so amazing. You live it like you have it already. And then the waiters will bring it out to you. This is the art of alignment. So the star, everybody, you are going to be a star. You are going to be successful in your own right. The main thing at the moment is to really be mindful and make sure that your intentions are pure. If you're just out there to get rich, that may not work out so well for you. If you're just using people to get laid, it may not work out for you. If you're using, abusing, doing anything, if you're embodying that type of energy, I don't think any of you are, because you wouldn't be watching this. But if you're embodying any of that, then you're going to manifest your karma. And anyone who's embodying the opposite, they're actually loving themselves and they're not claiming to be perfect and all together and all that sort of stuff. But, if you're embodying all that, we are going to get catapulted. And I still will stick with the March, end of February, March energy for this. Look at that. The card that flipped over in the oracles is self-forgiveness. So the most important thing that you can do to love yourself is to find forgiveness. You made choices from an energetic space of not knowing any different back then. So don't kick yourself if you chose the wrong partner. Don't kick yourself if you selected the wrong job. You know, don't feel bad if you had to make decisions that hurt other people's feelings, because that's not your responsibility. You know, what's happening is that if you can just forgive yourself and just say, I am where I am and I'm eager for more, you know, everything I want is on its way, and I forgive you, Danielle, I forgive you, you didn't know any better, and really start, you know, loving and caring for yourself. This is what we should be doing right now. And what you need will come as a byproduct of that. So let go of guilt. Remember that you're God's perfect child. That's why I was saying, let go of burdens, worries, guilts, and apologies. No more. You don't apologize for who you are. You know, obviously if you've treated someone like crap and you feel quite bad to clear your consciousness, you want to apologize, of course. Some of you may even actually start receiving apologies from other people. So use your own discernment. You can just accept the apology to allow them to move on because you want the best for everyone. Or you may be the one that has to be a little bit more apologetic. I don't know. Playtime. Yep, time to play. If you feel really stuck, stagnant, rejected, anything less than sort of hopeful, it's time to play. Don't worry, you're not wasting your time. It's actually beautiful. If you get out and play and let your hair down and just lighten that energy a little bit. Morning affirmations, get into your self-scripts. Once again, if you do join my Patreon, as from tomorrow, I will be doing a 7-day money mindset program where I'll provide you with a fresh new perspective, something to think about, and I'll also give you an affirmation or a script that you can write down and keep it in a diary. And that may be your one non-negotiable that you can do for next week. So, and then I'll do others as depending on the need. But most people are focused on their monies and abundance and all that sort of stuff. So, chose the money mindset. But at the end of the day, affirmations are key. And once you start really reprogramming your wiring and your brain and your mindset, I could never speak this fluently when I was doing affirmations and that. I'd say it and I'd go, bullshit, that's not going to work. But it's just, yeah, it's consistency and it's practice. And yeah. So at the end of the day, it is rest too. So the best form of rest is to play. Get out the board games, you know, start having some fun. Go cooking, start doing some cooking, knitting. Like I said before, I think with all the creative things with your hands, that's what it's all about. So don't try to make big decisions right now for future things, future outcomes, because for some of you, it could sabotage you in some way. All right, I'm going to choose 3 Keepers of the Light Oracle cards. So if you believe in the deities, which are the non-physical, our guides, as a collective, I'm going to ask Spirit to give me 3 cards. You can take all of them, or you can just take one that you resonate with, and you can communicate with them from this moment forth if that's what your thing is. They just said, we don't want to pick out any of these. We want you to believe in yourself. But anyway. All right, so we got Freya, phases and cycles. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. What I'd say, illusions are being shattered right now. So nothing's actually going wrong. Spirit are helping you as a collective release the illusion, you know, and they want you to step into that intuition. Stability, they want you to really, really know and hear that stability and security is coming. And look at look at that. They just said, look at that. There's my crow. I didn't even pay any attention to that, but there's the crow. So obviously starting the spiritual shack for me, good timing. Good timing. So you can call upon Freya to help you with these phases and cycles that you're currently coming out of. We've got Kalima, facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding, and this is your chance to soar. So it's about stepping into your own, moving forward. Create a plan for yourself. What does your future self look like? Face the fear. Oh. And then we've got Mother Mary. So they just fell out of my hand, but this one turned up right, so I'm going to take this. So then we've got Mother Mary. Love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So like I say, the collective is, yeah, definitely bringing on the love right now, but it's up to us as to whether we receive it. So yeah, you might have to go back and rewatch that, or I might have to do it myself, but I hope that all made sense. I hope that all made sense, my loves. Oh. perfect question. Chris, how do I write down my downloads as fast as I get them? I get huge aha moments, but I can't write them down fast enough, so I lose them. You can do voice recordings into your phone or do them in your notes section on your phone. Not that I walk around with bloody pockets all the time, but I literally have little notepads everywhere. You could do it that way. And like I say, sometimes you'll get your downloads and not be able to make sense of it, but if you have them all in one kind of place by the end of the week, it'll be like a jigsaw and it'll all come together. So it's yeah. Or another thing you can do is you can actually train spirit. So I actually train spirit. I used to say, look, I'm really busy right now. I can feel you coming through with your downloads, but obviously my human memory bank isn't that great. So if you could, I'm going to set time at 8 o'clock tonight to sit down and write down all this information. Could you come through again then for me? And typically they will. So they'll just come down. And so my nose itches and spirit are really close. So, yeah, carry notepads. Write it on do like school, write it on the inside of your hand. And sometimes it's not even about writing it down. It's about resonating with the energy of the message. It could be about that as well. I'll be helping a lot more people in the spiritual shack with that as well if you choose to join. And like I say, it doesn't have to be complicated. Trust me, I'm the most uncomplicated person there is. And I need spirit all the time to talk to me like I'm two, because it just doesn't, too much information and too much, it doesn't resonate with me. Yep, Post-its are awesome too. Yes, indeedy. You can find ones that bloody stick. I bought some the other day and they just don't stick. All right, I'm happy to ask a couple of questions. Answer a couple of questions. Shining Light asks, will things sort out for my daughter? Yes. Yes, they will. For example, Shining Light, instead of going to the fear, the worry, and the concern, which Spirit are asking everyone to lay down and to drop, just you can communicate with Spirit and say, please, 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 I'm really excited for you to put the relevant teacher or the correct resources in my daughter's lap so she can make better choices and move forward. Once again, it's up to, I can say that people are going to get better, but they're still over there living their own life and they're making their own choices and they're deliberately, they're creating their own reality. So my forte is helping people do that more deliberately, but there are people out there still creating by default. So, but I do, like, energetically, I feel like things will sort out. Look, it's hard, stubborn, very stubborn. So, how do you compete with stubbornness? Yeah. I think she's going to have a bit of a windfall, or she's going to have something that's going to land in her lap. It's just going to increase her fear, her hope and her faith and stuff like that. And that'll probably be the catalyst for her to move forward. So, yeah, but at the end of the day, everybody, if it's your children, your partners, your family members or whatever, you cannot get them to change or make them change, but you can influence their energy. If you want them to be a little bit more confident in themselves, you know, you can't sit there and just say to them, oh, you are beautiful, you know, like, stop thinking like that and stuff like that. But we can actually just out of the blue just say to them, wow, I love that colour on you. That colour looks really nice on you. What are you up to today? And you actually start talking to them in a way where they're their individual person, and you focus more on their strengths and stuff and point them out consistently. Once again, they'll start believing it. They'll start believing it. And that's how we influence energies. Oh, I'm so glad. Cynthia, I think. Oh, I might be getting everyone's names right. And it's so stressful because everybody's going through their own thing at the moment. So, you know, we can get on here and we've been doing the energy work, or we get inspired by things like this, but our family members and people, or our workmates and people around us, they're not there yet. You know, that's why Spirit are really encouraging everyone to come back to yourself and, you know, try not to be part of that energy, or try not to be the fixer-upper. You know, go in there and be the person you want your collective to be. As you said this, my daughter walked into the room. I love it how that happens. Or I love it when I book a reading too, because those who are meant to hear it will hear it. It's like when people book private reading with me and they go, "Hi Dan, and it's all good," and they sit down and they go, "Oh, I've got my 4-year-old son's over there, but I've got him some popcorn, he's watching a movie, and the animals are outside," and guaranteed within 30 minutes the child's on their lap and the dog's by their feet. And it's just the energy. See, that's the energy of spirit. They're just enthralled. That does come in. So the fact that your daughter came in is obviously she was meant to hear that message. Well, Helen, I would say what I just gave you is the message for the coming week. I've tried not to put a linear time frame on anything anymore. I always just ask Spirit what we need to know from this moment forth. So it would be really what this reading is. Thoughts every morning, but I'll definitely take the device sexy. Oh, beautiful. Honestly, and like it takes time. I know it's very painful waiting, but yeah, it is in the ass. Yay! See, I'm getting it on. Celebrate your small wins too, guys. Celebrate your small wins too. Because the small wins, they all add up over time. So anyway, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. My tummy's growling, so you can probably hear it. I do hope that Spirit's guidance and that helped you in some way today. If you do want to join our Patreon, I'll be over there a bit later posting our self-script for the week in advance. I'll pull some cards and all that sort of stuff, all my lives and videos and help and support and all that. It'll be over there across all the other platforms. So check out the description of this page where you can find me. If you do want to say thank you with an energy exchange and give a kind donation or buy a coffee or anything, thank you so much. And I can't wait to come back and play with my dowsing rods with you all really soon. So you'll have to stay tuned because I'm going to pop up anywhere at any time doing anything because that's just how I roll. So have a great week. I love you all so much. And if you can, please like, share, subscribe, share, and all that sort of stuff. That'd be cool. All right. So much love to you. Bye.